Lily and Pokey talked about you and the board game night on their podcast and asked if you'd come on the podcast. Wait, like, did they like ask through the podcast? Of course I would love to go. And, if they'd have me, I mean, I haven't heard anything, but it's 4 minutes into the sweet and sour episode. If you want to watch, sure. Let's do that. Sweet and sour chili sauce, spicy TikTok tea. Is it from today's episode? Okay. You said 4 minutes in board game nights. Oh my God. We have a whole section. Now I have to keep hosting. Oh my God. What is going on? Wait, I want to hear about the digital detox. We'll just watch until.
What did you hear?
Watch until. Oh, okay. Here.
Oh, on the topic list. It's like the first song.
Oh, I literally tweeted it. I was like,
oh, you did tweet it?
Yeah. Okay, so I've just been feeling a little burnt out, a little uninspired, one could say. And in the past, I would actually disappear for a month every 2 years. I don't know if you recall.
I do.
Right?
Yes, you do.
But it's been
God, they look so
almost
cozy.
3
Oh
years
my
since
God,
I've done
I
a
have
break
the
like that.
same blanket. I'm getting mine. I have it. Lily, look. Lily, it's like I'm there. Okay.
And I think it's because the last couple of years I've started streaming less. And so in my mind,
Lily, I have that same drink. Are we the same person? I swear. I didn't copy. I didn't copy, I swear. It's a coincidence. Okay. Should I just put myself in this podcast? Imagine I do that every single episode. Every one of my friends' podcasts, I react the whole thing, put myself in, pause, interject, and like maybe they'll take the hint that that I want to join. I get invitations to all of them. Oh shit. Hold on, I'm clicking. I want to be them so bad. I mean, I could fit right in here. That's kind of cute, no? Oh my God, this would be cute. Okay, I'm going to keep watching. Sorry, we're not turning this at 30 minutes. Okay, hold on. Bumblebee. Okay, we're good.
in my mind, I thought, oh, well, I'm not streaming as much. I don't need such a big break. And I also, I kind of fall victim to the idea that because we're in such privileged positions and we get to travel for work and do all this fun stuff, that the travel is a break in and of itself or a vacation in and of itself. But really, like, I really just travel to collab and film and do stuff. And so I think I didn't realize how much I was feeling burnt out. And I know my April's going to be a little bit kooky beans. So I decided to just take a few days off in preparation for what's to come.
Ooh,
and
what's
also
coming?
because a lot of the things that I'm working on are a little more BTS, like planning things and
Did she tell us?
planning travels and planning
Gonna take a
things I'm
wild
going to
guess.
invite you to and that you have to say yes to.
Can I take a wild guess? Sometime this year, you're going to go to Paris. Holy shit.
Girl, that's not even a guess. That might as well be
God.
confirmed now.
Oh
but
my
there will be more.
God.
There will be more. And so, yeah, just I need to get
You
inspired.
just want to disconnect.
I need to disconnect. And you know what I've learned the most from this little disconnection? I'm only 2 days in.
I think finding God, I'm not part of the podcast, but I'll input my takes on things too, because guess what? I can if I want. I think disconnecting is so important. No, but I just think it's really important to find the balance. And I think it gets very convoluted. She brings up a very good point because in streamer brain, finding like what you you actually even might not realize what a break is to you, because what a lot of people be like, oh, but you just went to so and so, like this vacation, you just went to Paris, like that's a break, because a lot of people, right, would go to Paris as their vacation. But we don't realize is that like you go there because you're like doing your doing a lot of stuff, deliverables. So mentally, you're not like there to relax as well. So sometimes the break is actually just like completely disconnecting. That you don't watch anything, you don't consume any kind of Twitch content, anything. You go out, you make. Honestly, I've been on a break, and my break, what I've noticed, I've been really happy, is because I'm interacting with people. I think I'm gonna join a running club, guys. I don't know if this is too much, but I've been bumping into one of my neighbors, and then like they're like this couple, and then they're like, we're in this running club, and I'm like, I want to come, and I feel like I never would do that, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna join your running club. But it's like a no, I'm for real. And then like with board game nights, I'm like, I don't stream it, and it really feels like I'm just like it's off stream, and it's just like it's been really, really fun. And so I feel like that's really, for me, that's more disconnecting. If I'm streaming a board game night, all of a sudden it is definitely not disconnecting. And it's interesting because you'd be like, well, that's just not work. But it's a little different because your brain is just in a different state when you're live. I'd suppose there's just like a filter that comes on where it's like, I know there's a lot of things that I shouldn't say or can't, not that I'm saying all, but like, you know what I mean? There's just, it's like everything I say or do is forever the second I speak. I was doing an interview yesterday, and she's like, oh, the girl was interviewing me about streaming. She hasn't done streaming. She's a content creator on like Instagram and stuff. And she was like, that must be so weird. Like, cause if I say something weird, if I say something, or if I accidentally press record, that's not live forever. That I can just delete. And I was like, yeah. So a lot of streamers, we mess up and we say stupid stuff, or we might do something a little embarrassing. And then it's there to haunt us for the rest of our lives forever. And you're always reminded about these things all the time. So it's a little stressful. It's okay. It's just things. But anyway, I think disconnecting is important. I don't think I'm matching the vibes of this podcast. I understand. I'm not asking to be a part of it. I'm killing the comfy vibes. I'm just gonna keep playing.
But
I feel like you need a break. I don't need a break. I have a good balance. Okay, I take breaks all the time, and then I stream a couple days, and then I break a couple days. Then I stream, then I break, then I break, then I stream, then I break, stream. You know what I mean? And that's the pattern that works for me as for now. Maybe I will need one, and maybe I won't. But like that's how it works. I realize that's why I schedule just my brain. But it's like, as long as I know, like there's like this freedom of like, yeah, you know what? Tomorrow I could drive to an island. Oh wait, that makes no sense. I could get on a jet ski, and I could jet ski far if I want. And because I have that freedom of potential jet ski vacation tomorrow, it feels kind of like yeah, there is something to it. Speedboat, maybe. I've been seeing some crazy, like, I'm on this subreddit called it's r/oceans are fucking lit. I love that subreddit. It's crazy. So I highly recommend it. It's a subreddit all about oceans. Anyways, so I go on. I'm like, damn, there's like whales. Continue.
I'm already realizing what is most impactful.
Of course, it's not my first time watching Lily's podcast. I've seen many an episode. But apparently, it's my first time watching it on stream. Just because it didn't happen on stream does not mean it did not happen. Just because a tree fell in a forest does not mean it did not make a sound. Wait, something like that. Okay.
For me to disconnect from. And for me personally, that has been definitely Twitter and definitely TikTok.
Honestly.
And kind of streaming. They're all things that are so stimulating. And streaming is the one that's most fulfilling to me. At least a lot of the time when I stream afterwards, I'm like, yippee.
I love streaming.
And I had a lot of fun and I engaged with people and yada yada. But Twitter and TikTok, I feel like they just like have this hold on my brain when I'm on them. And they're the two platforms that are the most likely to cause some sense of anxiety, or the way that I can best describe it is sometimes it feels like they're pulling me further away from who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they make me less myself when I'm on them too much.
If I'm on Twitter, or I don't go on TikTok, but I feel the same way with Insta Reels sometimes.
Wow,
like
you're
I'm
not
on
on
too much.
TikTok?
It's like legit. The term brain rot starts to make.
I am. Well, see, this is where I might interject. Do you mind if I grab the mic? Okay, so for me, TikTok is one that I feel like is the most entertaining for me to watch. Oh, okay, it depends. If I'm taking a nap, I go to Twitch. As in, like, I need to put on a stream in the background on really low volume, and I need to hear 2 people or 3 people or 1 person living their life yapping. It's really nice for me to nap. It kind of calms and quells the voices in my head. I just put on a stream. Not that it's boring, but it helps if something's happening. I'm like, right? And then if I'm engaging in something or if I'm like interacting, TikTok is the most addicting. But it's funny because TikTok is the one that I don't engage with anyone that I know. I'm just a fan on TikTok. I'm just watching people do stuff, and then I'm going to TikTok shop, checking out, and then swipe, check out, swipe, add to cart, swipe, add to cart, swipe. I'm like, damn it. And then the next day I get the emails. Your TikTok shop has delivered. And then I'm like, what did I buy? And it's so useless. I actually have some stuff coming. I don't want to buy. I don't know what I bought. I think I bought a contour stick. I bought a game called New Phone Who Dis. I seriously did. New Phone Who Dis. The text message party game. I don't. Anyways, carry on. The camping lamp, thank you. Made at wee hours of the night decisions. My decisions, my willpower is low when I'm swiping. And they make it seem so good because it's a real person. You're like, dang, you know?
Makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Michael,
you feel it.
Michael told me I'd rather you play video games than like spend that time browsing reels. Like he doesn't like it when I just browse reels. Your afraid's gonna rot my brain. He's like, yeah, it's a little rotted already. We'd like to prevent further damage, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. I've also really liked
for the 20
sometimes, you know, when we go outside, when we touch grass.
Yes, I went to the park yesterday.
We play board games.
Yes.
With friends.
We had a board game night, and it was the best thing we've ever done. If you don't do board game nights, you should.
This game, though, specifically.
Yes.
What is it called? Blood.
It's called Blood on the Clock Tower.
Blood on the Clock Tower.
It's like if you took Mafia and then you put it on steroids.
You do.
You like
you take Mafia and the meetings instead of like together. You start sidebarring and drama ensues because you are basically talking smack because you're like, I don't trust you. And one time I was like trying to talk to my neighbor Tim, and Fiona Fan literally didn't trust him. She goes, "Do not talk to her. We don't trust you." And I'm like, damn, that felt cold. You just met this guy. She don't talk to him. She just grabbed me. She's like, he's bad. He's a demon. But it was spicy. Oh my god.
Social? I take it every day with my Cree.
creatine.
Sorry, do you call her Fiona IRL? It's like Pokey for me. I swap every time. I'll go Fan. 3 minutes later, Fiona, you want water? This is Fiona. Oh yeah, Fan, meet Tim. Yeah, I just jumped. I'm like, I'm on. Hi, Pokey. I don't know. I'm a jumper. Because they respond to both all the time, and they're both like, call me whatever you want. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, does Michael call it Cree?
He didn't want to. I'm like, that's kind of cute. Yo, I gotta take my Cree today.
Take my Cree.
It is a social deception game, and you all know how much we love social deception
You know
games.
how much we love to lie to our friends' faces
Every day of our lives.
and make content out of it.
Exactly. But there's a game master, like a storyteller, and then they kind of set the scene and help like get the game going, and there's multiple roles, so it's not just like, oh, I got villager 14 times in a row, which
Everyone
happens
has
to
a
me
cool
a lot.
role.
I know. And the thing about Mafia is, okay, you're a detective, you can do something cool. If you're just villager over and over and over, it gets a little bit boring.
I want to make a video on it.
We should.
Like a really good film production of that game would be banger. I didn't know why the game cost $145 until
but
I
it's
saw
because it comes with so much.
Until
It
I
comes with this
saw it.
huge...
It's crazy,
like
guys.
Grimoire, I think is what it's
Grimoire.
called. Grimoire, yes. And every single person has a role, and it's up to 15 people. So up
20.
to 20.
But then like
And there's different editions, so different role types as well.
the extra
When
5, I
Fan
think,
found
are
that out,
travelers.
she said
Like, they
she
can
got
come in
horny.
at
That's what she found out. She was like, oh my god, I'm horny. It was when she found out there's expansion packs.
any time or something like that.
that's so
Right,
cool.
it's super good. I think 10 to 15 would be like a sweet spot. And it's so fun because the entire game, there's no like, figures you move or whatever. It's just making conversation, breaking off into private groups and making conversation and trying to figure out.
Sidebarring is a big part of it, as opposed to Mafia where you're all seated and discussing as a group.
No, you have to break off into smaller groups. And my favorite part, if you're dead,
you can still talk.
talk.
I agree. I think that makes...
No, and it's not just you can still talk, is sometimes you need to die. There's a role called the Raven Keeper. And the Raven Keeper, when they are killed at night, get to wake up, point at somebody, and find out their role. Or find out their role. And it's so powerful. And then when they wake up and they wake up and they can be like, so-and-so was killed last night. And then you say, great. And Pokey made a insane play, actually. She literally was like, exactly what I wanted to happen. Everybody, I'm the Raven Keeper. And Tim is the imp. And then everyone mic drop. We're like, oh! Even the imposters went, all right, it's over. And then we were like, well, technically the game's not over. We found out. And then they had to backtrack. Yvonne basically had been like, oh yeah, you got me. And then but then the game wasn't. And then they had to keep going because then there's a role in which you know what? Never mind. But basically, there's a role called the Raven Keeper where you're supposed to die, and then when you die, you get information, and then you still play the game fully. Oh, you're not supposed to talk any less. You still sidebar. You're fully in the game. You just want to bait someone to kill you, and then sometimes people do things like tell one person something in hopes that it spreads. So they and then they think they later they go I only told you. And so if you, since this person died, you have to be bad or you had to have communicated with that person. So then it's about a game of who you talk to. And oh my God, it just goes crazy.
It's the game
So much more fun.
Yes, and really a step above other deception games. And it almost it balances out the fun no matter what role you get and no matter when you die.
Exactly.
Which makes everybody want to keep playing it over and over and over.
Good.
Because when you're playing a game with that many players and then a lot of people are dead, it's kind of oh, well, what to do now? But this game, you can actually contribute. You can have one vote if you're dead or something like that. So you still have some kind of power.
Yep.
So yeah, highly, if you ever find yourself in a group of 10 to 15.
Recommend.
Honestly, I didn't know a lot of people there too, but it was so fun. And just meeting new people, I'm whoa.
Also, just have a board game night. Oh my God, they've brought me so much joy. Shout out to Leslie for hosting them.
Oh my God.
I love you, Leslie.
I love you. Wow.
We should get her on Sweet and Sour.
I'm so parasocial right now, but I just got a shout out. I just got blown a kiss through the screen. That was weird. That was crazy.
You should.
I missed her
I
invite.
like that.
Love you, Leslie.
We should get her on Sweet and Sour.
We so should.
I like that. Hey, Leslie.
I like that too.
Someone
Leslie,
clip this part and then.
Leslie, are you interested in being on a really, really good podcast? It's
Oh, yes,
so
I am.
good.
I would love to.
She's very
So would. That'd be
jumpy,
really
yeah.
cute.
I would love to
Anyway,
come on. We can talk.
so
We
fun.
can
We
talk
played
about
Fuslie.
more.
We also played
so much
We
stuff.
played Codenames.
Hi. My name's Leslie. I've received your invitation to be on the Sweet and Sour podcast, and you name the date and the time. I'll be there. We can play board games. We can talk about board games. We can talk about everything, and I would love it. We could. Yeah, it would be really fun. I please have me. Because I've been interjecting, pretending I've been part of the podcast this whole time. Chat can come too.
We played
I
a
didn't
bunch
play
of
those, but yeah, she did. I only came
sure
for the
did.
game and the free food, but it was
4
4 hours of just nonstop.
4.
No, the game.
It was more.
We played that game for more than 4 hours.
Did not. I think we stayed till 1 a.m.
Maybe
I got there
5.
at 7.
4 to 5 hours.
No, you know how I know Pokey likes these board games? She is there on the dot, 7 p.m., walks through the door. She has food. She brings dessert. She invited half of the people. I'm like, what? So our problem last time was we had too many people because we both thought we under-invited. And Pokey tagged me. She's like, hey, board game night tomorrow. And I was like, tomorrow? Yeah, sure, we can make it happen. And then I was like, oh, I think we only have 3 people. And we both panic invited. And then it turned out we had 15. But then luckily a couple people couldn't make it at the very end. It was a good time.
Yeah. It was
But that's how really, really, really fun it is.
And I've been told that there are more stuff to it. We're just playing
Yes.
like the simplified version right now. But there's like I've seen the other rules.
Same.
Shit gets crazy.
It has so much depth, which I think is
ready.
really fun. Oh, and the other best part about it, if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the levels or layers to it, everybody gets this sheet of paper that shows every single
Yes,
role.
I
So
like
while
that.
you're playing, you can reference it. You can reference what you do. You can kind of almost keep mental note of, oh, someone claimed this role, someone claimed this role, and the sections that they're in. So it's so, so, so great. I really highly recommend it. I wish they'd sponsor us, but I don't think they do things like that.
I totally get why people do like board game nights. Like I see on Twitter. Oh my gosh, Binky.
Binky is begging. Oh, yay, he hopped up. That makes me so happy.
Look at all the rules. Look at all the rules. So there's like bad guys. This is the demon, the imposter. Each night, choose a player, they die. If you kill yourself this way, a minion becomes the imp. Okay? So in the game I played, it's like I was the poisoner, so there was me, the demon, and then like 7 of these roles. And there's like neutral-ish roles, like if you die by execution, which is getting voted out, your whole team loses. And then they have roles like this, like you're safe from the demon. If you die at night, you're woken to choose a player, you learn their character. You know, you start by knowing how many pairs, people sitting next to each other there are. You start by knowing one of 2 players is particular minion. And then, poisoner, look at this. Each night, choose a player, they're poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. The way I won my game was I woke up as poisoner, right? Elam is the fortune teller. Each night, choose 2 players. You learn if either is a demon. Okay, right? And there's 1 player that registers as a demon, right? So poisoning makes you get wrong information. So I would poison Elam every night, and knowing he doesn't stop yapping, he's telling lies to everybody. And I'm just waking up going, poison him, please. Poison, poison, poison. This guy is spreading so much misinformation. And it was awesome. I didn't do anything. I just woke him up. And then he's like, no, man, she's clear. I checked her and she's evil. I know this. And they're like, you could be poisoned. You could be drunk, because there's also a drunk. And a drunk doesn't know who they are until the end of the game. And he's like, the chances. And then someone literally said, what if the poisoner is waking up and poisoning you every night, bro? And he's like, why would they do that? And I was like, dude, that's insane. I'm like, clocked. Gotta go.